confessing that I went to the shrine to do the confession, get some soil that I made there, and just to see what's built there. You know, what they when they like, came with the cover, they said this place is needed for the do we need to build here right now. Next week they're starting blah blah blah, and no one even been there. Ah, except someone disgraced Musashi's grave. Just think what Jews do. You know, um, someone disgraced Musashi's grave. They took the lion sculpture and they like wiped all the candles, all the stones, all the letters people put there to Musashi. You know, uh, it just shows. And this, it's just, hello, someone is here. Hello, welcome. What I'm talking about right now is not, it's not, it's just, I wanna share what's going on with me right now before yeah, and the person is gone. I want to share what's going on with me right now so you could understand the situation I'm at. You know, so now I'm not ready to leave my apartment, not mine, but where I live, because I'm afraid for my life. I'm afraid of any Jew, any Jew. You know, like I'm afraid because they're gonna lynch me. You know, I was stabbed to death in '98. You know, by this disgusting Jewish family. His name is Shemesh, you know, and grown people stabbed a minor to death, right? And this Russian professor, surgeon, performed a miracle, yeah? And I found myself all of a sudden waking up, you know. But I was dead in 1998. Murdered, lynched by grown ass Jews, 40 of them, who brought swords, who brought, what's this weapon called when there's a stick, there's a chain, and there's a ball with spikes, you know? And the thing is, the thing is, the Russian spirit is so strong. I was the victor of the battle. You know, 40 against 40 grown men. You know, murderers. Like they were mimicking what's called. You know, grown men from age 25 to age 40. You know, huge motherfuckers. You know, and we were like what, 15 years old, went skating. You know, on rollerblades. You know, on skates. All this happened on skates, and we were lynched because we were Russian. You know, and all of us are Jews, yeah. Like, but this man, Jew. What is a Jew? You know, there are levels to Jew. There's a conquered slave, yeah, family that became Jews. This is different status. This is different status. These are slave Jews. All right. These are conquered nations. All right. All right. And yeah, and I don't even wanna, but I can't not think about it because I'm back into this thing. And I blame myself. Why the fuck did I ever come back here again afterwards? You know, I'm in danger here. You know, these people hate my nation, the Russian nation specifically. You know, the Jewish nation hates the Russian nation because we're beautiful people. And Jewish is actually a mix between a white and a black. This is called in my nation's wiped out history, yeah, that we are reviving the Russian nation. By whom do you think? Hmm? Who is benefiting that there is no longer a calendar that is 2,500 years at least older than the Jewish calendar? So who benefits from Russian history wise? Hmm? Yeah, yeah, man. The thing is, all these nations that betray Russia, all the Baltics, yeah, the Latvia, Lithuania, all these, Poland, all these, man. What they don't understand that the only reason they still exist is because Russia still exists. And even if they portray themselves as enemies of Russia, yeah, we the Russian people, we're different from uh, the dark side. Yeah, we do not wish to murder you or enslave anyone. It's not the way we go. In Russian, we say always, we remind each other always, our nation lives by the truth, you know, and you remind each other that. And uh, Now, Russian nation is perverted. You know, they love the Jews. They hate Russia. Russian people themselves. You know, they all want to move to Israel to become a Jewish slave. You know, that's crazy, crazy. You know, the um, the Jewish lie is so beautiful that they all want to buy, and they rape Russia still so bad that of course the Russian people want to leave Russia. Man, they're fucking man. Man. So anyway, let's go into the deep fact. So I was born in the year 1982. Yeah, to a Russian father and a Jewish mother. All right, we have to go back to 1875. Yeah, when the Jewish capital, yeah, Jewish capital decided, like, worked on plans to make Krim. Krim, that's Russian place. Yeah, that's the Russian land. Make Krim a what they called Krim, California. All right, that it was planned, and also in the same plans there were plans to take Ukraine from Russia. Yeah, that's what they wanted, the Jews, and also there were way before that plans to destroy Russia, and I don't I don't want to go further back because it has everything to do with me, but more with my nation, but less with me personally. But the Jews, yeah, the Jewish capital, yeah, destroyed Russian empire, all right, murdered the royal family and all the aristocratic and all the high society. They wiped off the face of our nation, our intelligence, our um, our our beliefs, our spirituality, our best genealogy. This was all wiped out with Peter the First, who wasn't Russian. He was a Jew, fucking planted, planted person who fucking genocided Russian people heavily, all right? And who wiped out Russian history. So may the Creator curse Peter the First's name. And those who are behind it, who were behind it. All right. Curse the nation that behind Peter the First. Curse the nation that is behind Russian Revolution that was planned by the Jewish capital, yeah, brought to reality by the Jewish capital. There were 25,000 Jewish revolutionaries. Yeah, that's the only thing they've done. The only thing they've done in life is to destroy Russia. It was their profession. You know, the only thing they know how to do. That's what how they were brought up. They were not living in Russia. They were living in Europe. All right. Lenin himself was Jewish, you know, and was planted. You know, he is what's called a mountain Jew. You know, Stalin. No, sorry, he is a Germany. He's from Germany. Yeah. It's German Roman, German. From it doesn't really matter, you know. So these 25,000 Jewish revolutionaries that like manipulated all this, not only in Russia, also in France and many more countries, by the same fucking shablon, you know, by the same fucking what's it called, mold, mold, same exactly the same, you know. And people around the world are afraid of Jews. Ordinary people in the street are afraid of Jews. That's, that's the truth, man. Yeah, we are afraid that they're gonna fucking murder our kids, you know, stab them to death, you know. We're afraid of them. These are evil people, you know. Like I'm afraid for my life in my land in Israel. Yeah, I'm afraid for my life right now. Yeah, and since I landed here, yeah, I am a Russian. I'm a stinky Russian that should go back to Russia. Yeah, that's the way I'm treated my whole life. And since it's age 11, wait, we need to go back. So those revolutionaries, Jewish revolutionaries, yeah, that came to read us from our culture, yeah, and and these revolutionaries raped, first of all, killed fucking like 50 million Russian people. You know, first of all, who they aimed for the masters of craft. You know, for the masters of craft, which were called the Siswak, right? The strong Russians. So they destroyed all these people. You know, they destroyed all these people. All the Russians trained our industry masters. You know, like the masters, not the owners, like the Jewish, like like respect. We respect the masters. You know, we do not worship silver and gold like the Jews do. You know, we worship the sun, right? Yeah, that's Russian people originally. Yeah? We worship the sun, and our calendar is way older than the fucking fake Jewish uh, calendar. And actually, it's a moon calendar worshiping the black mother cult. Yeah, that's ancient African black magic cult worshiping the devil, the serpent. All right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And I will make videos and we will read Torah. And I will prove to you that my kind of human was made in Creator's image. In Creator's image, we're not sure exactly today because our wisdom and our source being destroyed, you know, and the people that bring it out again are doing it from memory. It's not. It can't be a document. Because like it's destroyed. You know, like the graves of our fathers, yeah, are a floor, are a base for at our land in Russia. Yeah, listen, you people, just listen. In my motherland, right? My father's grave, my forefathers' grave, ancient, written in runes, the original Russian language, yeah, like writing, yeah, which is extremely ancient, all right, and and it's those graves are the floor underneath the the Christian temple, where people come to pray to Christian God, and they step on their father's grave, yeah, and they disrespect them like that to go worship a Jewish God, a victor's God, you know? So, anyway, so they did the revolution, they destroyed Russia, they brought communism, yeah, which was actually a genocide of Russian people. And only the Russian white people were heavily slaved, murdered, uh, sent to, taking all they have and sent to Siberia with a shovel and a saw. You should understand what Siberia is. If you are sent there, you will find your death. It's a wild place. One of the only wild places on earth left. And it's wild, it's crazy. You city boys can't survive without a supermarket. I'm not talking about the jungle. I'm talking about a supermarket. You take away a supermarket from you and the shops, you will fucking become an animal. Understand this? Off the subject. But we are going back to those, they call themselves Bolsheviks. Yeah. So these Jewish revolutionaries uh, raped women. Russian women are beautiful, and Jews have a fetish for Russian women. Like you should listen the way Jews speak today about Russian women, like the way they first of all worship them, second of all the way how they wanna humiliate my nation, uh, my nation's women, and we'll get to my sister and what's been done to her. At first year she was here, all right, in Israel. So, and it's all truth. It's my story. I'm just telling you the way it was, you know. So these Bolsheviks, yeah, raped women, and these women had children, and these children, yeah, are taught by these women that they are Jews, and they're not really, but still, that's the way it went down, and that's the way my grandmother was born. Yeah, she was a daughter of a slut, you know. She was a daughter of a trader slut because these people were rich, understand, and synthetically there was a shortage of food. Of course, that's the way they work. That's the way they get there. They make a synthetic shortage of food, and then they do their business because people are just trying to survive. No one cares what you do. Just give them fucking bread. You know what I mean? And and there are documents. There are documents proving this. This is not my imagination. If you say it's my imagination, it's your Jewish fucking defensive mechanism. You can't accept the truth because even in Torah, it's not a holy book Torah. It's a witness of Jewish crimes against humanity. And Russian people are actually Knan, you know, actually Knan, and all these lands in Israel are actually our lands if you fucking go back to history. Yeah, and we developed those places, and they were not ever a thing as a Jewish shrine. There was not. Jews are not allowed to this day to the Holy Mount. The whole world fights the Jews to not let them into the Holy Mount. Understand? Any person, any murderer can go there to the Mount in Jerusalem. Yeah, but Jews are not allowed. They have their wall there. No, they fake wall that has nothing to do with the temple. No, it's to deceive the Jews themselves, the simple Jews. No, it's for control, for total control. It's all Rothschild, because when Rothschild uh, got his hands on Israel, the Hasidic were like arguing with me, tried to argue with him. We don't like the laws you're setting. And he says, it's my land, I do whatever. So it's not a Jewish land, understand? It's a Rothschild land. It's land belongs to Rothschild. Yeah? Jews don't even want it. And Rothschild doesn't even want it. The plan was Krim, New California. That's what they want. They want Ukraine and they want Krim. And it's the Jews who want it because it's a beautiful place. A place like any other, like none in the world. And Israel is a desert. It's a God-forsaken place. Jews were already here and they're already made in the desert. You know, and Jews don't really want it. Trust me. Maybe the people that are brainwashed think they want it. But if God forbid, if they make the new California, everybody's gonna move there. I bet you. They're gonna make an excuse why this is actually the land of Israel. They're gonna go like, oh, we mistake, and this is actually not Israel. This is Israel because there's a place in Russia called Jerusalem. Actually, there are multiple places called Jerusalem in the world. Yep, yeah, and we're going back to Bolsheviks, the way they raped my great grandmother and my grandmother came to existence. Yeah, and I came to existence in 1989. All right, I was such a happy kid on the street. Man, no one cared on me. My mother, I understand that I was born out of profit. Like, I was not the prophet, but I was conceived for profit. Okay? Because once I was born, I was taken care by my government since birth. I was since I was born, I was given, yeah, a room in an apartment protected by the government. All right, and my mother knew that the Jews are gonna create the '90s because she had the Jewish family. Moved. They all moved to states prior that to New York. Yeah, some to Los Angeles. Yeah. And these are the normal Jews of our family because they are all doing all right. They're all married to Jews and blah blah blah. They're like that. And uh, she made 4 kids like that. Yeah. My older brother took my father's side and asked her not to destroy the family. No. And like they were standing on the knees in front of my mother, begging her not to destroy the family. Yeah. So, for taking my father's side, my mother pulled the string, yeah, pulled the Jewish string, and my brother, my old brother, the one who actually taught me a lot, who was a real good older brother. Like I am an artist because I saw how much of an artist my older brother is. No, yeah, I admire him. He could draw bikes, yeah, not bicycle, any bike of the time, like Hondas and everything, like on a napkin, like a perfect replica, realistic looking on a napkin. I had a collection of these, and my mother didn't allow me to take it to Israel with me. Like my brother's napkin drawings that he did in like 5 minutes just because I had something, you know. And I was collecting these. So my brother went to a heavy jail, like a working jail. It's called a zone. It's the worst place a person could find himself. Most dangerous. He came out. He came back blind in one eye and a broken person. A broken person. He was probably raped because he was a beautiful man. You know, he had a black hair, very handsome face, and blue eyes. And I just know, like the zone was full of Jews. Like they were controlling the Russian. Uh, they were Pahani, what's called. They were the elite. The, they were doing nothing because Jews are parasites, you know, and they love the zone. They love it. You know, the rabbis love to live there because the whole zone was in a month would belong to them, and not a guard, not no one would dare to speak a word. They were all afraid of them. A rabbi in the zone was not in jail. He was a king. He was creating a fucking uh, opposition to Russia every zone. And I think they fucked Russia through those zones. I think. Yeah. So the Russian nation was perverted. I was born, and I had a beautiful life on the street. Nothing to do with my mom. Nothing to do with my mom. Trying to become my father's legacy keeper. Trying to become a figure skater in my own imagination and in my own way, the way I see it. And yeah, I was in '88. I was 6 years old. You know, I was already skateboarding a lot. You know, and I was skateboarding because I had no one to rollerblade with. Because I already found metallic frames and screwed them to a fucking ski boot, a leather ski boot, and already skated downstairs and already knew that I am dedicating my life to rollerblading. My life is going to consist of pursuing rollerblading mastership, you know. And I, since age 6, knew I'm going to be one of the best in the world, if not the best. All right. And if I had the conditions, you know, if I wasn't a slave of Jews, if not my mother, I would be a true legend today. Yeah. And I really think I still am. I'm just ignored and I'm feared. I am feared, you know. I bet you. I bet you. You know. So in any case, my mother took this apartment, destroyed brain so bad he became a demon. Made so many trouble. And she destroyed the family and she sold this apartment because she knew of this Jewish oligarch combination to take control of all property of Russia in the 90s. Yeah, which at the end they were exiled of Russia by Putin, and the Ukraine war started as a retaliation. Jewish oligarchs, yeah, which whose only goal is to destroy Russia and enslave Russian people, and fucking genocide of Russian people is going on for 120 years, all right? And no one says a word to the Jews about that. And when the Jews were killing off the secular Jews because they're unworthy Jews, which is true, yeah? This I'm saying as a Jew, yeah? But I would not ever murder anyone because in Ten Commandments it says one should not kill. It doesn't say one shall not kill if so and so. No, the law is one shall not kill. Period. Period. Yeah. Yeah. Jews, like secular Jews, don't know shit. Don't they go to the Knesset? They do what the rabbis teach them to do, the rituals. They have no brain to even think about what they're reading, and they're not led to read Torah. No, no, man. No, not many people are allowed to study Torah itself. What you can learn and be taught, not study, to be taught. Yeah, is a Jewish Kabbalistic law that contradicts the Ten Commandments, which are the law of Jews. The only law. There's no other law, but somehow it's shat on. God's word shat on by the fucking what's it called, Talmud. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's just disgusting the way. It doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about Jesus. They don't deserve it. They don't even deserve it. I don't even want to like talk about this. I don't. Man, I just wanna get back to Russia. I don't mind being a slave for Russia. I will try to find myself working for the government because the only body I trust is Russian government because Russian government took care of my life since birth, and my mother, for her own benefit, destroyed the family for this freaking apartment, you know. And I don't know if my older brother is still alive. I don't know. I don't know. So if you're alive and you see this, find me because I can't find you. Igor, find me. We're brothers. We're blood. I'm on your side. I'm not on mother's side. Please find me. Let's live in Russia together. Let's build our strength. Let's find wives. Let's fucking create Russian kids. Let's make them ready. Let's make them ready for the deception that's coming towards them, and let's make them patriotic. Let's make them understand that our nation is a great nation. Is only hope for the whole world. Only hope for the whole world, man. And your ego is gonna get like touched now, and your perverted ass is gonna think I am wrong, but you are perverted, and you're already a slave of your perversion. You understand? And Jews made you like this. And because they control the media, they control everything. Don't you understand this? How come that in Russia it's a crime to say anything against Jews, and in Israel it's nothing. There's nothing protecting Russian people. You can say anything against Russian people. You can lie. You can whatever. You can curse, and there's nothing. You can't even file a complaint for this in the police. No, no, no. No, only anti-Semitism will be taken into, you know. But Russian people are considered to be slaves. It's a goal of Jewish nation. Yeah, yeah. And it's not me being mad at Jews. It's me realizing I was here in danger my whole life because I'm a beautiful, strong Russian man. And they tried to break me my whole life to this day. But if I survive physically, if I'll survive and somehow get out of here, I will never step on this land again. And I will run away from Jews my whole life. I don't wanna live in a place where there are Jews. And I will fight for my home to have no Jews around. I don't want to like hurt anyone. No, but I know I want to isolate myself from only the Jews. The rest of the nations I love and they love me. No nation, no representative of no nation ever hurt me. Ever. First time I got my ass beat was in Russia by a Jewish kid. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. And everybody watched and they were bigger, but they were afraid of this kid because they were afraid that their whole family is gonna be stabbed by Jewish mafia. It was already understood. That's why Russian people hate the Jews, you know. Because first of all, we're afraid of you. You've been raping and fucking robbing our land and our nation and our women for, man, 200 years at least, wouldn't you say? Huh? Huh? Man, Jews are proud of this. Understand? They're proud of this. They're not able to understand that they done their fathers, yeah, done genocide to wiped out multiple nations that done nothing wrong to the Jews except having silver and gold. Yeah? And their demigod, yeah, this fucking bitch god, bitch god, it's a devil, you know. Why did he become evil? Or because of jealousy? Because the Creator created a whole world. Yeah, a Creator created a whole world. All right, the Creators. I think. I don't think it's one deity because my nation we worship multiple gods. We worship a group of gods which are the creators of the star shrine, and that's our when our count starts from. We say 7,900 something years from the from the from the creation of the star shrine. And swastika is Russian sign. You know, it's a Russian cultural sign which actually shows the movement of the sun and the sky, which which way it turns and such. You know, and it's actually a sign of life because we worship the sun. Your God is not our God. Your God is the devil, because there is no known God, yeah, that would murder in a single night, yeah, a whole nation's fucking firstborn. And to tell you the truth, I don't believe that any God did this. Why did the Jews sign their doors with blood of the Lamb? No. Because no God needs this. Understand, a higher being doesn't need any sign. He knows you're a Jew, you're fucking non-Jew. No, he doesn't need this. Like we're history. Like, come on. This is the way Jews portray God. They're portraying some dumb motherfucker. You know, you know, and it's Jews went, and Jews were not slaves in Egypt. No, that's that's a total lie. And no one ever wanted to hurt the Jews. Everybody were always afraid of Jews. Yeah? It's their deception, it's their lie, because they are the victors. They write the history, they say the Persians were evil. That's why they annihilated this whole nation and left the desert. Yeah, this is Purim holiday. And Jericho, yeah, the end of Exodus. Yeah, Jericho. This city done nothing to the Jews, nothing except having good gold and silver, and it's actually written that God says it has good gold and silver. What kind of God is that? Real, real man. What the fuck? Fuck. And I read Torah unlike you, fucking bio robot. You are the red shield. Jews. Jews, yeah. Those who are trying to fucking murder me. You are a red shield. You are the blood shield of Rothschild, of those demons. And you're bio robot. You're programmed so heavily, you're not able to use your mind. You're not able to fucking read the Torah and fucking understand what you're reading. You need to be told too what is written there. You know. And you think I can respect that? No. But what I don't respect, yeah, is that I was lynched by fucking 50, 60, 40, 30 people only. I never lost a battle one on one since that Jew kid, I was 6, he was 13, in Russia. And all the bigger dudes, the punks that I was friends of, and I was actually a heavy figure in my neighborhood. I was the one jumping the night stairs on bikes, and I didn't have a bike of my own. And these guys would take bikes from passing kids and people because it was a heavy mob. People were afraid of it. Even the police would never approach, would never. They were like a hundred, hundred heavy punk movement people, and they loved me. They loved me for my skills because I would jump those stairs, those 9 stairs. The only one in the neighborhood who could do it, and you could only do it on a bike because the approach was gravel and the landing was gravel. And I would break people's bikes. I didn't understand that I was doing wrong, and I would give the person. He would get bullied into giving me the bike, like giving them the bike, and they would give me the bike and say, "Come on, do it." And I was the entertainer, and I would jump stairs and break another bike and land, yeah. But the frames would bend. This bike Skolnik, and they broke so many of those because the frame was not meant for jumping; it would bend from one land, and I would um, I would place my feet so the pedals would go not like that and like that, and you could land like that. The wheel, the chain wheel, would dig a little bit into the gravel, but it would like come out, and I would keep rolling, like on the broken bike that would just come to a stop. This is kind of off the subject. This is kind of off the subject. And I made it to Israel. Let's skip subject on that. My mom brought me to Israel illegally through Finland. Yeah. Um, um, didn't ask me if I wanna come. Yeah. Like sold my apartment and my brothers and sisters' apartment. Left my big brother when he's out of jail and he has no fucking rights, left him on the street. At the end, my grandmother gave him her room because my grandmother is alright. She's alright. I don't want to like shit on my grandmother. She's a poor woman. She's a poor woman who loved the Russian people, who actually hated the Jewish people, you know, because she knew the story of the Bolsheviks and how our family came to be, you know, because we are bastards, you understand? Understand who is telling you his story, you know, and this is history. Even though it's my story, it's the truth, which you will not find anywhere. It's the truth not talked about. No. Because Lenin was a Jew, Stalin was a Jew. Like what the fuck? No, of course he was a murderer. He was a Jew, man. No? Of course he hated the Russian people. He was a Jew. Like, simple as that. And I'll probably get reported and get trouble for this, but this is my truth. This is my truth. The way Jews done me wrong, you know, my whole life. And now, at age 42, I'm sitting here at home, yeah, and I'm fucking afraid for my life. And my only confidence is these two things that my brother brought me from China. He brought these presents from China. This is metal. This is metal. These are heavy nunchucks. Heavy nunchucks, which I know I have basic skill of use. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm some kind of a master, but I know how to use them. I've been practicing long ago, and I think I should practice right now just to be in control. And so he brought me once he moved in China after a few years. He came to visit mom, and he brought me these presents and this knife. I never use knives. I hate knives. Yeah, but he brought these for me anyway. They lock like that. They don't work anymore that good, but I guess I need to fix it. This side locks really well. Yeah, and you hold it like this or like that, like this or like that. Yeah, better like this. Yeah, and you hold it, and it's a really really good like defensive weapon because you create lots of blood sounds and you don't really kill people. You can slice up a person. It's very sharp. It's meant to have you open. And I asked him, why did you bring me those murder weapons? Like we were sitting in my room because we're really used to being in my room, me and my brother. Our whole life, we would hide and lock ourselves in my room from my mother. Yeah, it's the truth, man. It's the truth. Um, the way my little brother, I man, he's such a victim of my mother, of her plans, of her fucking uh, uh, profit, of her profit. Yeah, my brother is a victim of her profit. So am I. So am my sister. So we moved to Eilat, where my uncle, God rest his soul, which my mother murdered. Not great, but she took grandmother from him and he didn't have anyone, and he just died. You know, I and not even died. Israeli police fucking crippled him. Then said, oh, they mistaken him for some Arab. Yeah, and he doesn't look like an Arab. Look at me, you know. And yeah, he asked mom for help, and she hated him. She hated him, and her own brother, like Cain. You know, man, I'm sorry to say, but I despise my own mother. Yeah, because even now, when I speak to her about it, she tells me I don't care. Yes, I did it like this. Yes, you were born for profit, and you can fuck off. You know? Yeah, that's my mother. And you know, I gave my mother all I had. Any chance I had to start a new life, run away from here, I just gave my mom everything, all the money I had. Like, and I'm not speaking about small money, like the amount of money our apartment was sold for, yeah, which my mother spent in a year. She just spent it. We don't have an apartment, nothing. Nothing is left from it. Nothing is left from my government protected, yeah, home. Nothing left from it. And now I'm like, what, I'm 42, I already slaved my whole life. Hearing work, you stinky Russian. Work faster, you stinky Russian. And my whole life I'm saying I'm a Jew. And they're laughing and they say, we don't care, you still a stinky Russian. Because they know my status. Russian Jews, yeah, either they oligarchs, yeah, and these are the real Jews, either they are the slaves, you know, who will be treated as Jews. They will be left to go into synagogue and stuff, but this is the slave class. There's an hierarchy, you know, and I do not hate Jews for being a slave class over there. I hate Jews for fucking hurting me my whole life, you know, for killing me at age 11, 1993. The first day I went to school, I went to the end of the fifth grade, and the top grade was sixth grade. All right. So the strongest guy in the school, he was also a bully. He caught me. I had a friend in in uh, in Eilat, Israel, when we moved there. His name was Sasha Alex, yeah, and we actually started rollerblading together, like seriously. He was my first friend who I was rollerblading with for a while, and yeah, this bully that was of course older than me tried to like hurt me, in a class because I was looking for this Alex and I came into their class and he locked the door and he thought he's gonna kick my ass. But I beat him so bad. I beat this fucking bitch so bad, yeah, so bad the whole school, including the fucking teachers, would shake when I would come to school. But then no one in the school was there to even open their mouth. And who did got such a beat down, they remember it still. And I bet you anyone who challenged me remembers me to this day. You know, because some teeth are missing, some ears are missing, you know. There's a reason to remember me. And when you feel this motherfucker's strength, yeah, you have to recognize, you know. But I'm getting older, I'm getting weaker, you know. In martial arts, in rollerblading, I'm getting older, I'm all injured, man. I'm injured in so many places in my body that um that I don't know how I'm gonna efficiently protect myself. And I don't wanna hurt no one. You know, I don't wanna hurt no one. I just wanna escape my captivity. Because in 2020, I tried to move. I worked the whole 2019 and ate only bread and carrots. Yeah, and also sent money to fucking Anna, this bitch, this fucking monster. Fuck this family. Again, a Jew. Man, I thought she's Russian, you know, but fuck it. Fuck Anna. Fuck this fucking demon. No, fuck her dad, fuck her whole family. May they all be cursed. You know? Amen. But may the Jewish nation be cursed and may Jewish nation pay for the crimes against Russian nation. I don't care about the other nations, you know, it's not my nation. I don't need like to curse Jews for hurting other people. You know, I am for my people and my life. You know. So let's get back to the story. So I fucking kicked this bully's ass so bad the whole lot knew it. That there's a new Russian kid in town. He's so small, but he's unbeatable. You know, wonder kid. Okay, so straight afterwards, mom all of a sudden took me to a kung fu school. The master straight up put me against the best students, and I said, I don't want to fight. I didn't come here to fight. My mom brought me here to learn martial arts. I don't want to fight your fucking strongest student. What are you trying to do? And I'm talking to the master. And the master says, we're gonna fuck you up, you stinky Russian. And my mom sits there and fucking does nothing. You know, smiles. Yeah, and I beat this freaking loser. Yeah, kung fu, the student, my pet. I haven't met a Jew who is for real. They are for real when they're 30, 40, and you are one. No, when they're 15, when they're at least 5 and you are 1, then they're big shots. Yeah. And, you know, like these people that attack someone and get beat down will not hesitate to go to fucking, uh, to go to the fucking police and file a complaint against you, you know? But you didn't let them kill you, you know? You didn't let them rob you. You hurt them. Yeah. And you will be charged as Russian. You know? Because they will be the ones who believed and not you. Not even believe, but their side, they will be sided, the police would side with the Jew. You know? Even though I am a Jew. You know, but for them I'm not. Even though I am. But for them I'm not. I'm at the class of slave Jews. Understand this. This is not talked about, but it's the reality, you know. And regular secular Jews on the street, they don't know shit. They don't know shit. They don't read Torah. They don't understand Torah. They don't see what the Jewish nation does because they watch TV and the TV portrays the whole world as fucking demons and Israel and Jews as fucking angels, you know. And it's not the truth. I've been here my whole life. I saw how Rabin was killed by Jewish nation, murdered, assassinated in the middle of a fucking peace celebration because we were going. He took our nation to a peace route, and that's not what the Jews want. No, they want to enslave the whole world. That's Jewish goal. That's the devil's chosen nation purpose in life, in existence. You know? So I came to Elad, the Kung Fu master, as I finished him off, grabbed me, hit me in my groin, which is really dangerous multiple times, like, and my mom didn't say shit. He kicked my ass, a grown man kicked a fucking 11-year-old minor's ass, abused them when he created this fight, and this little kid told him he doesn't want to fight. And he was the one who said, we're gonna fucking kick your ass. We're gonna cripple you now, you stinky Russian. And I've seen so many Russians in Israel, like, put to the ground. They are bullied and they are humiliated every single day of their life. They are abused, they are used, they are cheated, they are stolen from slaves, slave men. And there's not a single Jew who cares of humanity. They just lie. You know, in the Talmud, it's a good thing to lie to a non-Jew. It's a good thing to steal from a non-Jew. It's a good thing to murder nation. That's in Talmud. Whole nation from the root. Leave no one. Kids and women, everyone. Everyone. You know? Yeah. And for what? Jews have problems with silver and gold. It's it's already a 1,000-year-old stigma. You know, a 2,000-year-old stigma. You know, and for gold, for profit, these are Jews, and the only thing they see is profit because they're a parasitic kind, a sub kind of human being, because there are four base races in the world: the black race, the red race, the yellow race, and the white race. These are the base races of humanity. The black people, yeah, the red people, who are the Indians, Hindus, and these people, and Eskimos, and the Asian people, who are the yellow nation. There's such a there's such a term as a gray sub nation. All right, gray sub nation. Who are the gray sub nations? A mix between white and black. These are Arabs. These are Jews too. No more. These are two great sub-nations, which are actually one nation. Yeah, yeah, man. A fucking sub-nation. A great sub-nation. You know, a this is this is heavy, man. This is heavy. So, last 1993, the Kung Fu Dojo lost they challenged me and kicked my ass by the master. But I wasn't hurt. I went home. Everything was cool. And the next day, mom took me to another place, to a kayak uh, uh, thing. And the master there was Russian, the teacher. And I proved myself because he was like, he saw me and he was like, no, this kid is not going on a regular kayak. He's going to feel an Olympic kayak since day one. And he brought like the humblest Olympic kayak that they had because I was like just starting, you know, I could have broken it. But it was good. It was good. It was flying. And I sat in it like tripping into the water, but I was so determined. I just brought myself up and went after the girl, my neighbor, that was like learning there for a long time, and everyone had the heart for her. And I impressed her so much, but by the end of this lesson, you know that she liked me, you know. And within a few weeks, jealousy built up so bad that the Jewish kid conned me into playing on a mattress, you know, an Olympic mattress. It's like huge, it's very thick. And they pushed me in the middle of this mattress, which is 4 by 4 or 5 by 5, something like that. And this kid pushed me in and covered me with another Olympic, because somebody was already standing ready with it, like 3 people. You know, it was planned, and this is a heavy story because this story, it was the first time that I ever felt clinical death, like that I ever felt what is death, like how it is to die. And what I felt was I was like trying to push and I'm feeling the weight and I feel this close blackness first of all. And I know that they are trying to kill me, you know? And I all of a sudden let go. And that, I think I died, you know? And brought back by the teacher, by the Russian master, you know? Like I woke up. I felt this blackness. I felt all of a sudden I felt calmness that nothing really matters, nothing that matters to me. Like at the same moment, it was to survive. I wanted to live, but like once I died, um, not on none of this mattered, and I didn't care who killed me, why, this and that, and even if that I'm dead, didn't make no difference anymore. And I'm I'm 11, okay? Remember it. It's important. And yeah, it was the first time I met either God, either an angel. I am not sure. I'm not sure to call it. Maybe it was someone from my family, you know, a representative of my blood family, you know. Um, he said, it's not your time. And I woke up, like with my master, like hitting me and doing the breathing thing. And I was like, and he would hit me and this and that. And like, and once I realized I'm alive, I somehow pushed master out of my way jumped on the biggest kid who I know was the fucking ladder of this because he was in love with this girl and he was envying the attention I'm getting from her. And he was an ugly motherfucker. I was a beautiful boy. Just like I'm a beautiful man. No. And uh, Francis called me most handsome, the most beautiful Jew, like the beautiful out of the Jews. There's no Jew more beautiful than me, and that's not me saying, But I'm not a Jew. I'm not a Jew. No, I have Jewish blood running in my veins, but I have my holy, holy Slovenian Russian blood, which I'm proud of, all right? And which is the good in me. And the mistakes I done in life, it was the Jew in me. I bet you, know, for sure. I despise you, despise you. Because what you gonna do? You gonna come fucking challenge me one on one? No, you're gonna come 100 people to fucking lynch my ass. You fucking demon! I spit on you, Jewish nation. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. So that's that. That's a lot. So and I destroyed this kid's face. He was way bigger than me. He was like, let's say I was 11. He was about 16, 17, and he was a big sportsman guy. Like I was like a shorty. But I noticed in my life that when the truth and justice is on my side, I'm unbeatable. I am unbeatable, but in two conditions: truth and justice must be on my side. Because if truth and justice is not on my side, I won't even lift a finger. I will, for not the right reason, I will let my avatar, my body die. For your Jewish satisfaction, you motherfuckers, you know. But the truth and justice is with me, not with you, demons. No. And I can prove by reading Torah, because Torah is not a holy book, but a witness of Jewish crimes against humanity. Multiple genocides, multiple extinct things. Like they made people extinct. Like multiple nations, not one, not two. And the only thing these nations done wrong to the Jews is that they had gold and silver because their demigod loves fucking silver and gold. He has a problem with that. And diamonds also. Yeah, that's an evil god. That's an evil, jealous demigod that created a world within a world. Yeah, he created a little garden within God's creation. Yeah, when my people and nations of the world, the four races were already created and were already spread around the world, blessed by God to be in charge of the whole fucking earth. Yeah, and all of a sudden in Torah, there's this other God that creates the Eden place, and also all like the humanity was created from nothing, from God's thought, God's voice. Yeah, like God's voice is law. When God's voice speaks, what He speaks manifests. That's the truth. So God created humanity, the first human, and they spread around the world. Yeah. And all of a sudden, Torah goes like, God created Adam and Eve from Adam, sorry, from dirt, from earth, to be his slave, to take care of the garden he created. All right? And with specific rules, do not touch the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So they would be dumbasses, not developed. Also, there were none, which is not, which is not, um, which is not, uh, uh, when you're going slow down, which is not news. No, it doesn't mean news. It means black. They were black, you know, and they're not Jews still. Wait, it's black nation, all right? So they got expelled from the freaking concentrating camp, the garden, and they had two sons. That one of them killed another. You know, that's the examples they set. This book sets for the people. You know that it's all right to kill your brother, you know, to murder your brother. My brother tried to murder me multiple times, and a few times he shed his pants from the lesson I taught him. I never uh, tried to scare him, but to teach him. I would take the knife away from him because he was influenced by the Jews. He felt that they want to murder me, so he will join them to not be in danger of getting stabbed. Probably that's my reason. I can't find another reason for my brother to try and kill him. I taught him everything he knows. He doesn't know anything. I didn't teach my brother. He's an English teacher in China. Yeah, he ran away from Israel because he was also stabbed. Yeah, he also suffers in his leg. Yeah, he suffers from pain for life. He quit skating because he can't do some movements because it just hurts. It just hurts. They stabbed them in an important muscle. They actually missed the ligament they were aiming for to murder him. You know, the ligament in the leg. That's like most dangerous ligament in muscle in the body. If it's cut, you die. You know, simple as that. Or you must cut like close it really hard. Not let the blood come out and cut the leg off because it's going to draw the blood through this vein, and it's not fixable. If this vein is like this muscle is hurt, you die or you lose your leg. And my brother still suffers from pain from those Jews that wanted to murder Russian kids rollerblading. You know, they just wanted the satisfaction that they're gonna murder five fucking Russian kids. 1998. That's when it happened. We done nothing wrong. We done nothing wrong. We didn't know these people. But they knew we're Russian. And since then, I never had a Russian crew in Israel. I was afraid to be going around with Russian because we would be a target. When I would be alone, no one would think I'm Russian because I speak Hebrew like no one speaks. I'm most Israeli, you know. I am the coolest people. Israelis copy my humor, my skating, the way I dress, the way I look, the way I behave. It's been always like that. And also in rollerblading, people want me to teach them, and then they wanna fucking delete me from the scene, so they'll be the champion. You know? Everybody wanted my place, including this fucking Gromit Shelly. What do you think, Shelly? You think you can come to my level ever? Shelly, I'm telling you can practice your whole life. You will never reach even Beach's level. No. What you're thinking about my level? No. You can't. First of all, you're a Jew. You're not talented enough to be at my level because all of you only able to copy. You all are copies, the Jewish graders. There's not a single Jewish grader that develops his own style. You imitate skating your whole life. You imitate everything Jews. You fake and imitate everything. So I'm afraid for my life. I'm afraid of Jews. That's the reason I also hate them because they raped me so bad my whole life. What am I supposed to do? Love them? Fuck that. Fuck that. I hate this disgusting nation. And I don't care if you're gonna call myself a original Jew, yeah, who goes by the Torah and Ten Commandments, but I don't want to be a part of your nation no longer. No, I denounce Judaism. Now that I understand it, I'm actually ashamed of having fucking Jewish blood running in my veins. But this is not my family's fault. We were raped. My great grandmother was raped in a Jewish gang bang, all right, and had my brother. She was sorry, my and had my grandmother. Yeah, and had my grandmother. Uh, yeah, and that's my Jewish roots. Can you believe it? I'm a fucking bastard. You know, I come from the slime. I am the I am the low of my nation, and I love my nation. Fuck that. Again, fuck people. Let's talk about government. All right. Again, since my birth, I was taken care of by Russian government for life, protected. Since I landed here, I was the government's plan for me was to be uneducated black class working person. Doing the shittiest job, getting paid shit so I wouldn't have enough to survive in my life. And on top of that, my mom would take everything, not leave a dime. You know, I built her business. You know, I done so much for my mother. You know, again, the worth that she spent on my apartment in Russia, government apartment that was given to me to take care of me. She was only the guardian, and that's the way she played. Now she lives in Israel and has her what we call pension, and she gets paid and everything. Fucking killed her whole family, her brother and mother, to have this apartment. All right, and I despise my own mother. Like for real, I despise my own mother. Cause listen up, like I'm not gonna talk about myself, but my sister, yeah, came to Israel, was taken advantage of by, she was a minor, yeah, taken advantage of in a lot by multiple people, you know. And then we moved to to Hulon, to Central Israel, and she, as a minor, was pushed into becoming a prostitute in a prostitution apartment in the center of Hulon, protected by the cops. And I was there a few times, and I was crying. It's my fucking sister. I was telling you, how did you become a prostitute? And I like asking mom, and she was happy for it. She would take all the money my sister made from there. And my sister got away from my mother. There was this guy that met her as a prostitute. His name was Sharm. All right? He was from this Persian family, and I liked him a lot. And I owe him. He saved my sister from prostitution. Again, slave class Jew, Persian, again, who are Persian Jews? Just like Russian Jews, they are slave class Jews. You know, uh, enslaved nations who, of course, became Jews and hate their own nation. As simple as that. So this Persian guy was really nice and actually got even more heavy into gaming because of him. And I met all the Russian people later, yeah, and I fucking destroyed them to quitting, destroyed everyone to quitting. Only the people from my crew, like Eric and stuff, didn't quit because they didn't feel beat. They didn't feel humiliated, by this Russian super talent, you know. And yeah, yeah, I was mugged like not for money, multiple times, endless times. I was jumped by Jew crews when I was alone multiple times. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost, and got my ass kicked really bad. Yeah, and I died in '98 again, but really died. I was not like in clinical death, and I did not like lose my breath and went dying. And if like someone wouldn't do PCR or whatever it's called on me, the master, I would have died that day. If the master wouldn't have got involved and saved me, you know, the one that said we're gonna cripple you. I guess it was too much. He didn't want to deal with a murder case. You know, and yeah, he didn't let me die. So he didn't really save me. This Kung Fu master was a fucking fake ass bitch. And if you, the Kung Fu master, watching this, I challenge you to a Kung Fu match in a ring, and I am gonna murder you in this ring. You fucking bitch ass Jew snake. That Kung Fu master from a fucking lot. You Jew snake. If I meet you in the ring, I'm gonna eat your heart. You fucking demon. Bitch ass. I was a fucking kid. You almost murdered me. You fucking son of a whore. You son of a devil. Jewish demon. Fuck you, Jews. Fuck you, Jews. I hate you. And that's how Hitler was made, by you Jews. You are fucking disgusting low life demon. And if you got problems with that, come to my house. And it is as in the Russian, кто ко мне придет, тот смерть свою найдет. He who comes for my life will find his death. With these holy weapons, brought to me from China by my brother, who said, when I asked, why did you bring these? And he said, I feel that you might need those one day, you know. And if I'm gonna be murdered by a Jew, I'm gonna take some Jews with me. I'm not gonna go on a rampage and try to hurt people. I'm gonna sit at home and fucking wait until someone and fucking through the internet I'll try to ask for help from my government or someone to take me out of Israel, to save my life. Because it's serious. Don't think I'm bullshitting your ass. I'm in this situation for many years, for decades. Since I'm a man, and I'm a man since a very young age. I had to become a strong man to deal with the Jews. Yeah, yeah. I bring the truth, and Jews are a lying, murdering, stealing, deceiving, no honor having, demons worshiping the devil. Yahweh is the devil. And Yahweh is not the creator of this world. Yahweh is the creator of the Garden of Eden, yeah, and a freaking Jewish nation who is, out of all the humanity, the only one made from dirt. The rest were created by the voice of God out of nothing in a second, in an instant, man and woman, and they started the humanity. You know, yeah, read Torah, motherfucker. Learn Hebrew, motherfucker. If you need, learn Aramaic, but know your book. At least know your book so you can fucking understand what I'm telling you. You should be ashamed of your nation and not proud of it. You should change your ways. You should change your ways, Jews. Man, I despise you. I despise you. You can't change. You can't change. You're a parasite. You like the fleas. They don't understand they're evil, but they're killing the cat or the dog that they're like eating. You know, they're small, they seem harmless, but you can't get rid of them. They will kill you. They will eat you up. Yeah. So yeah, I got nothing more to say except that yeah, I'm in a really dangerous situation for my life. No one cares. I don't trust the police. I don't trust the police. You know, I'm afraid that they can murder me. I don't trust Israeli police. Uh, Russian police, I love and respect them. And when I was in Russia, I had no trouble with the Russian police. In fact, I was communicating with Russian police politely when I wasn't in their way. There were Jewish organized riots. Yeah, to this day they fuck with Russia. To this day, man, it's not something else. It's happening to this day. Russian people genocide by Jews. And you, the world, You are so afraid of these Jews, you say nothing because you're afraid to say something against the Jews. And in your heart, you hate the Jews, you know? Because Jews were exiled from every country of the world, every country of the world, you know? They're just victors, and they enslaved the whole world. And if you don't understand it, we have a big problem because we need to define the enemy. We need to define and understand who is the parasite in order to create a potion or let's say a shampoo that we're gonna wash our body, the world, all the nations, wash our body, and this this shampoo, this medicine we made to get rid of the fleas, the juice, um, is working because we understand the enemy, you know. And I'm not calling to do anything to the Jews. No, I'm just calling for the Jews to get their fucking stinky nose out of the nation's business and stop trying to enslave the world. You have your country, and at the end, you will make us, the world, yeah, get you all together from New York, put you in Israel, and build a huge structure around you so you couldn't mess with us no more. And we will leave you there and give a fuck, you know. We will not murder you, no. We don't want to. Understand, nations of the world just want peace. The Jews want peace only for themselves. There's a prayer. עושה שלום לאומה וברחמה ועושה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואימו. So what it means is he makes peace for his uplifted and makes peace for all Israel. Amen. There's not a word of humanity, nation, nothing. He makes for his uplifted, yeah, like he's uplifted, yeah, that's his murder, yeah, and the whole nation of yeah, that's the prayer. I, even as a Jew, I will never read these prayers again. I was always arguing about it and like trying to understand if we're the chosen people and if we're supposed to be the light for the nation, how come we act this way? And I would get ignored. You know, there's no reasoning with the Jews. There's no there's there's no there's not a chance to have a conversation. You know, there are people who sat here and we had conversations, but it wasn't real conversations. We would just get stoned and they would talk about their stuff, and I would look at them and test their appearance, and I would enjoy that. I would study them, you know, and they seemed to me that there are some beautiful Jews, there are some beautiful people, and at the end, they fucked it up as well, and I understood by how they look into my eyes all of a sudden from out of nowhere because it's beneficial to them right now. And they calling me all of a sudden a stinky Russian that I should go back to Russia and that they're not my friend and that they don't want to be my friend. All of a sudden, like students that wanted to become me, that was happening to me. And to this day, they consider themselves something because I taught them my skills. You know, I was speaking to this rich kid who is Rothschild offspring, like 100%. Now that I've been telling these people like for a year, for 2 years already, that this guy is offspring of Rothschild. Because first of all, his family is extremely rich. Second of all, he's like a copy of Edmund Rothschild. You know, like the Simpsons draw Rothschild. You know, like that. Like that. And I told you, I study my friends. I look at them. I observe. You know, I'm learning the creature they are. Always, it's natural. I can't not do it. You know, I have to. Like I don't even mean to do it. It just happens. You know, it's when I reason with myself, when I meditate, I would think of, I would like realize it. And yeah, again, I do not wish harm to the Jews. I do not wish harm to anyone. No. But I do not wish to die by a Jew's hand, and I do not wish my nation to extinct because Jews want our land and our gold and want us to be their slaves. You know, you know that Jews truly believe that all the nations of the world were created, yeah, to serve them and be their slaves. How demonic is that, man? Hmm? How demonic is that? And now we once again going to Torah for proof. And the Exodus, they reach fucking Canaan land, multiple lands by the way. And if you go to Jerusalem and you read what's written on the ancient ruins, it's not written in Hebrew, it's not written in Aramaic. They say it's written in Greek, ancient Greek. But you come with Greek people and say read. And they can't read it. They say, no, it's ancient Greek, it's totally different. And I can read it in Russian. How come is that? How can I read these things in Russian? Huh? Huh? Because these were our lands. You must understand that Persia was built by the Slovenian, the Proto-Russian uh, civilization, like the Aryan civilization. Yeah. Don't be afraid of the word Aryan. It just means fathers of the white nation, you know, of the white race. And I'm not gonna say sorry for me being white. I do not hate the blacks. I think it's influence of the Jews, and I think it's actually the Jews. But I don't think I know. Jewish people always controlled slave trade and control it to this day. The slave routes in Africa, who controls them today? Jewish. Yeah. The slave routes in Western Europe, who controls it? The Jews. And no one can do shit. No one can do shit. It's even not talked about because you do not mess with the Jews. There are multiple um, examples of this. Yeah, Napoleon conquered the whole world, said a few words about the Jews, yeah, which are true, and he was gone. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Um, yeah, not that I like Hitler, yeah, but it's to hate him is to follow their deception. It's Rothschild who made Hitler. Hitler was a loser. It's not Rothschild. He would have never been able to do shit. You know, for real. He was all orchestrated, manipulated by the Jews. You know, and again, you speak of Holocaust. It's Jews killed Jews. Understand? Look at the document. Look at the proof, and you know that the Holocaust is illegal to research. Why? What are you afraid of? Why, what are we gonna find there? Uh, why isn't it legal to search? Because it's all a lie. It's all a lie. Both freaking world wars were fucking financed, both sides, always both sides were financed by Rothschild banking family. And that's not me telling you some conspiracy. There are documents proving this. And the Russian Revolution, the Jewish Revolution, was financed by American oligarchs. And that's the truth. Like, you want to prove me wrong? First of all, learn on this subject, find the truth, and then try to argue me. For now, listen and shut the fuck up. If you're a Jew, then shame on you, man. Shame on you for not knowing this. Shame on you for not judging your own fucking nation, for embarrassing you still and not changing their ways still. No. And what do you think gonna happen? You think the nations of the world gonna fucking deal like we always say, okay, they're gonna get theirs and they're gonna get enough. But you will never have enough. You understand? Your rulers, the Rothschilds, all these offspring now, Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, there are lots of them. Just imagine all the control positions in the world. If you think it's not a Jew, you're having a mistake. You know? That's why I don't know what to do. Like I'm afraid to go to Russia as well because Russia is controlled by the Jews today. You know, and everybody in Russia, I remember, is super afraid of Jews. You know, super afraid. No one dares dares to have trouble with me because I was an Israeli Jew. You know, and I noticed how much respect Jewish leaders have in Russia, and not for their skill, just for them being Jewish. You know, and for real, it's just fear. You know, it's just fear. For example, this Valera Friedman guy, yeah, his father lives in fucking Mexico because he can't go back to Russia because he's a criminal. He's a Jewish. He stole millions of dollars from Russia. These are those. These are those Jews. You know? And now Friedman, this Seiko, lives in Israel. And it's his place. It's a good place for Friedman. He's a Jew. You know? It's a good place for him. You know, it's his nation, it's his family. Welcome to your nation and fucking live here, have a happy life. Just let me go. I want to go to Russia, to my land, but you are still raping. And what I'm gonna do in Russia is fight you to get you the fuck out of my land. You know, and there you're not gonna be 30 against one. I'm gonna build and teach Russian spirit to the Russian warriors because I feel they like it, and I will fight for the Russian spirit my whole life, and for the Russian nation, for my nation, and for the Russian land, my motherland. It's Mel's home there. You know, I will fight for it. You know, I can't now like go to work because I'm in danger of being lynched again. Look, just this video, the things I said. You think Jews are gonna fucking tolerate that? Yeah, you know. I can't go for a walk in the neighborhood. No, people are looking for me already. You know, Jews are looking for me already, and they're blood hungry. You know. and I'll be at home trying to reach a body that can help me, that can save me from the Jews. I don't want to die. I don't want to get stabbed again. I don't want. I know I don't want to. I'm not a fucking. Uh, I'm not a. I don't know any animal. No animal deserves that. You know. No one deserves that. You know. To be lynched by a mob of fucking losers that you know that one on one they stand no chance against you, and that's why they are lynching you together. And that's the Jewish way always. You- No Jew ever fought a fair fight. Now you can argue with Goliath and they never fought. It's a Jewish story. They fought. They never fought. Killed them in his sleep and his whole tribe in David. Yeah. What you want to talk about the end of Exodus and about Jericho and about how the demigod told the Jews that in this city, yeah, this city, it got good golden. I love the golden. Yeah, so you go and murder everyone. You murder everyone, and you bring me the and that's the way it's written in the story. In the story. And it's just me telling it with this voice sounds disgusting. But you are not perceiving it as that. I'm talking to you. When you those small percentage who actually learn Torah, like, didn't you know this, Taylor? Do you have a brain? Do you have a mind? Do you have an intellect? No, because they tell you when you start learning, they first of all trying to program you into what they say is opposite, not Nishma. Uh, Throw the brain away. We will do and then heal. It's a Jewish manipulation tactics of the Jewish crowd. You know, uh, man, these snakes. Such a parasitic system. I see that through it though now. I'm no longer excited about Judaism. I don't see Yahweh as the creator no more. I don't pray to him no more. I see Yahweh as the devil. I refuse to be a son of a god or a uh, slave of a god. Yeah, that is not worthy. That is not even a god. Uh, we call this Yelis Kafot in English. Fucking, fucking nerd, fucking evil, envying the true God's creation. The devil, he wants to destroy this creation. Like my brother tried to destroy everything I created, and then he moved to China because he was too embarrassed to do this embarrassing. And I don't hold grudges against my brother. He's a victim of Jews, heavy victim of Jews. I pity my brother. He lives in China, learned Chinese, and I hope he already has a kid, a wife, but he sent roots there. And he, at last, has a family that he loves her family. He doesn't have memory from her family, that since birth, his mother was abusing him and me, but you know, how can you live in a country that a nation of this country forced your minor sister that just came to Israel to become a prostitute in a prostitution club, a legal prostitution club protected by fucking cops. And yeah, how what? How much love do you have? Hmm. Alona, the girl from the skate park from Tether, it broke my heart. Man. It broke my heart because she was yeah, she was a sweet girl. Of course, she's Russian, you know, it's their program to make her drug dependent, then convert her into a prostitute. Because she's a beautiful Russian girl, doesn't have a strong family to protect her. And I wanted to take her under my wing. I wished, I never told her that, but I wished that somehow she would end up under my wing and I will protect her from the Jews and not let her become what my sister became at age 17. And at exactly age 17, you must understand that this Alona girl looks a lot like my young sister when we moved here. And I never looked at these girls like the perverted Jews do on any women. You know, when I came to Holon, the first thing I saw kids do is rape one of the girls from the school. And then I saw another girl raped by them, and another one, and another one. And yeah, nothing. Yeah, it came to that the parents brought police and wanted to freaking murder this kid, but they could. They one there was this Persian girl Michal that her dad was so mad and rightfully so. Yeah, that in a school her daughter was raped. The honor of his family was raped in the school that he trusted. And the police did nothing to those families that the fathers of those families taught these kids how to act and actually raped minor girls at their homes when these kids would bring girls home. You don't understand the perversion going on in Israel. The richer they are, the more disgusting they are. This is my testimony. You know, you can't take this away from me. And if YouTube deletes it, it doesn't really matter because all this is for now. I will write a book about myself, about Russian government that took care of me since birth, about how my own mother stole this from me for her own benefit, sold it to the Jews, and went to Israel, and, and the Creator punished her. She spent this money in a year. Jews fucking stole from her in a second. You know, she was fucking poor on the street again, with no place to go. You know, she will never admit this. She's this bright, stupid woman with no IQ. I don't know how I'm smart. I come from a family of dumb fucks. My father is a dumbass. I don't have a conversation that I could speak to him. The dumbest. He fell into a trap. And why I will never respect my father? Because he didn't put up a fight for me. Before I left, he told me, you don't understand this now, but remember that I love you. And I remembered this my whole life. But I realize now, but that this person never loved me. No, he did, my father. You know, I despise you, you weak chicken shit bitch. What you can do is be a criminal, you know, and people. And I with you big ass motherfucker, Vadim Basarjin. my father. One day I will sit with you and I will eat your soul by telling you, and you are not mother, you are not a woman. You will not run away from me with manipulation in my heart. I don't feel well. I don't care if you die for my word. I will speak the truth to you, and you will be sorry. You will be ashamed of yourself. And that apartment that you have, it's my apartment. And I will come to collect my apartment. I will not throw you on the street, but this is my government protected home that you both stole. That's your shit. Yeah, and you think your other daughter gonna fucking live there? No, once I make to Russia dead, I will find you and we will make it right. You will make it right for what you've done to me. Yeah, and how you didn't put up a fight for me, and how you let this Jewish Jewish witch steal your son, and I've been a slave my whole life thanks to your fucking dick, you know. Should have made me with a Russian woman, you stupid ass. You stupid ass. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck all this that support Jews. Fuck all those who support Jews. Jews are not worthy of being supported. Period. Read the Torah and understand the testimony of the Jews fucking parasiting on the whole world. Yeah. Holocausting and bringing to extinction multiple fucking nations. And everywhere they pass after they leave a desert. Research Persian ruins. Just look at Egypt, look at Khazarian area, you know, look at you know, and look at Spain, the one that fucking didn't let them destroy the country, and it's a prosperous, beautiful place, and Jews will try to destroy it again, you know, or take it over, or it's already taken over. It might be already controlled. I don't know. Anyway, peace be upon you, good people of the world. Peace be upon you, those Jews who do not wish harm to anyone, and who are sorry for the way Jews act. Peace be upon you. But the rest of Israel, fuck you. Fuck Israel. And I hope the Islamic prophecy will come true. The one where the stones that can't move, will move away from you and tell the Arab, here is a Jew, here is a Jew hiding behind you. Just think the kind of prophecies are against you, the way the language, the way they hate you, how you hurt Muhammad for him to become like that, how you hurt Germany in order for it to create Hitler, you know. How am I a Jew that is more Jew than all of you, when it comes to faith? you know, and comes to being real, and come to fucking living by Jewish law. So I'm a Jew. For me, you're not Jews. I'm talking about all the Jews. You know, you're not even Jews. You're just a nation of murderers who have an excuse and deluding themselves that they're some kind of chosen. You know. Also, you are forcing upon the world your created, what's it called? Your creations, the Christianity and Islam. I know it's your creations to control the world and for all the nations to think that they are shit and you are the chosen people. You know, you brought this by a sword to my land. You know, I will never forget the Jewish nation for what I saw. For my nation's father's grave, for the Holy Father's grave. It's not your perverted Russian of today that has no meaning to me. It's the Holy Fathers of Russia, you know, the Stavka, the elders, the faith and genealogy and the intellectualism of Russia. You annihilated it, you know, and you think I will ever forgive you? I will teach my kids. I will teach my kids exactly like the Palestinians do, that the meaning in their life, their purpose in their life is to fight the Jews and protect Russia from the Jews only. The rest is none of our business. That's gonna be my family legacy to fight the Jews. I'm a person of faith. I do not wish death upon you, and that's the mistake of us. You know, we should have annihilated you long ago, but we always take mercy on you. And who did you think sent the Jews to uh, to Egypt? It was the proto-Russians. You know, it's written in the fucking Vedas. You know, in our in our little bit of our saved information, because Jews burned all our knowledge and all our history, and rewrote our history to benefit them. They portray us as some dumb motherfuckers that didn't know how to use metal ever, when we are the only exporter of metal, like, until the 20th century. No one knew how to use metal, only Russians, and we taught the whole world how to get iron, how to, treat it, and how to make metal, and how to make. We taught the Jews how to, like, ungrateful traders, the Jews, you know, fucking selfish dogs. Hmm. Like, it's because they're the subreddit. They're a parasitic race, you know. Also, Jewish race, I noticed it since I came to Israel, are heavy sexually, uh, how's it called? Uh, I know how to say it in Russian, I know how to say it in Hebrew, but how do you say it in English? First of all, hypersexual, yeah, because there are a breed that came out of the females that came first. when the perversion started, that's what's written in the old Russian source. That was actually destroyed, and we are trying to get it back piece by piece from hidden temples that were not reached, by the Jews. And some scrolls are still in existence, but they are kept heavily secret because if there will not be, Jews will come for them. You understand? Jews will come for the proofs for our culture. Because it's simple as that. A people without past have no future. It's as simple as that. And they're smart, evil but smart. And they're only smart to the evil side. A Jew cannot create anything because they're not creative. They're not able. No. Those Jewish artists, they copy someone. And there was not a Jew that drew something, painted something, invented something. No. They had slaves who did, and they took the credit. Yeah, it's a Jewish way. It was always like that. They have no honor again. Like I was suffering my whole life, not only from the harassment, from the bullying, from the raping that I'm going through by the Jews my whole life. I'm afraid of Jews my whole life, and there's not a nation I'm afraid of. There's not. There's not a nation I think I should be afraid of. I have no reason. Because I know in my heart, in their heart, they just want to live their lives. You know, they do. Because they're nations. They're coming from the four original races. And they're not the perverted mix that is actually the offspring of the she-male Nephilim, yeah, who had only sons. And these Nephilim were really careful to not give these Jews, yeah, too much seed because these Jewish women, too much seed because even little bit of the seed created these women could uh, these female gray subrace, the first original subrace, could not have female kids. When they would cross with Jewish women, they because they became Jewish guys. In the ancient times, you must understand this is some heavy shit. This is some heavy shit. You and I are slaves, and slaves are supposed to know only what they're supposed to know. And I am not playing by the rules. I will educate myself to know the whole truth about the original reality of what happened in our world and what is still happening. It is not satisfying to me, your Jewish life does not satisfy my soul. And I will find the truth. And I will fight the Jews if I manage to survive until I leave Israel. You know, and I will find a safe place in Russia that I will feel it's safe for me. At least I will have my gate, I will have my fence, I will have my shotgun, and if you will come for me, I will shoot your ass in the head because I'm a sniper as well. I'm better than any Jew at any given thing, at anything, because I am blessed with creativity, with good hands. These are what's called golden hands in all nations, including you, fucking Jews. You know, these are what's called fucking golden hands, a hands of a creator. You know, and your hands are full of blood on you. You are warriors. and the only thing you could be, you know, you lust for blood. And one day, blood is what you will get from me. But trust me, you will not get my blood, but I will get yours if I survive, if I grow in Russia, and if I manage to get to my goal, I will bring an army to Israel. And I'm telling you, once Arabs see this, they will join. They will join the party. And I will just leave the beginning. And I will leave. I will just like, take all the weapons from the ones you rape Arabs and the ones you think you all have. I will create, if I manage, if my dream is to create an army that will bring Israel and its allies to their knees, and not to murder you, but to take power away from you, to save all the nations of the world from your rape, from your abuse, because all the nations of the world are afraid of you. No, but in their heart they hate you, Jews. All the nations in the world know you are the devil worshippers. People starting to understand that the creator group created all of us nations, the four base races. Yeah? And people do realize that your demigod created you out of earth and you are demons really. Understand? And you prove time after time, the whole nation, that you are fucking demons. Each one of you, in my testimony, proved to me that you're nothing but demons. You know? Yeah. I've been talking for an hour and a half. Enough because I'm first of all really bored. I'm at home, at home, afraid for my life. An elevator starts to fucking come up. I'm afraid that it's someone coming from my left. I'm confident. In my house. I have big knives. I have these nunchucks in a close quarters. It's an amazing weapon. I'll break your face before you know it. So if you wish to come for me, you can try. I'm not afraid of you, as I said it before. I'm not afraid of you, you know. And even if you take my life, I'll come back as a ghost to hunt you. If I die and have a chance to come as a soul consumption demon, I will go for Jewish nation. I will eat you all. I will eat you all. You will become a part of me and become a soul slave of mine, the whole nation. And I will, if I die and I manage to do this, I will get a new physical avatar because I have so many souls consumed in me. And yeah, I will. If I manage to do that, my next avatar will be the Messiah, the King of Nations. You know, the first Messiah came to talk to you, and you murdered him. I'm talking to the Jews, to you. I'm talking about Jesus. First Messiah came to talk to you. Try to make you understand that you fucking so wrong and you worship the devil. And you killed him on a cross. You know, and they say about the second coming, he will not come to talk to you Jews. He will come to save humanity. You know? And if I die, I will fight to become this demon of soul consumption to gain enough strength to uh, become the Messiah. And also, nation from the world. Like you did, uh, bring to extinction multiple, not one, not 10, many nations. Once again, fuck Israel. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. Good people of the world. I know my story is heavy, and this is not a full story. This is what I managed to bring out because I'm really scared and I'm shaking and I can't concentrate. But in case I will be murdered, at least there's me, my testimony here in YouTube. At least at least someone who will look for it, if there will be someone who will be looking for me, you know, I will have a chance to realize what has been done to me and do the math and understand who murdered me. Because, yeah, the Jews won't make any news that a Russian Jew was murdered for being Russian, and refusing to serve as a slave. Um, yeah, there will be no news and you will know nothing about it. Because there was no news when they murdered me in 98. I was saved by a Russian surgeon. Again, a Russian slave surgeon. He brought me back to life. He stitched everything. I couldn't walk up straight. I was walking like this, like an old man, like this, not like that a little bit, no, like this. Like I would use my hands because it's like I was walking like a dog. I couldn't straighten up because my stomach was all fucked up, you know. Yeah. And who did it? The Jews. And once again, I hate the Jews, and I will never stop hating the Jews. I despise the Jews, and I will never stop despising Jews. And you cannot prove me wrong because the Torah is a fucking witness of Jewish crimes against humanity. And at the end, when we will judge you, we will use your book to fucking bring out the verdict that you do not deserve to live, and you should be exterminated. Just like Hitler said, I'm sorry. He was right. He was right. Look at me. Look at how you fucking raped my life. You know? How can I not agree with Hitler? You know, you need to be, you need to be gone. You need to be gone. Or isolated in Israel. Isolated, closed in a structure. You know? We will provide you with electricity and water like you do to Palestinians. And that's the only thing you will get. You will get some expired food, yeah, like you give to Palestinians, and that's all you would get. And you will murder only yourself. You will enslave only yourself, and you will have the whole Israel to do it. But you will never be able to leave your land to hurt us again. And this is my prophecy. That's what I prophesied, that nations of the world will have enough of your race. Gather together, you bunch you up in Israel and fucking build a wall around you. Take all your technology. You will not have the Russian technology. You will not have the American jet. You will not have all these things you stole from us. And we both know you're not able to create and you will never be able to create anything. We will destroy your industry just like you did everywhere. You know, just like you destroyed my father's land, and just like you destroyed our industries, I will destroy your industries, and you will be begging the nations to forgive you and give you some bread. But we won't. We won't. We'll look at you dying from starvation, you know, and we will pray and we will sing. You know, not a single stone will be thrown your way, but we will pray and we will sing, and that will kill you. Again, thank you for listening, good people, and fuck you,